Good morning, it's Nikki here with Steve out in Enchanted Woodland, and it's the 27th of April and it's a lovely sunny morning. And as you can see, Steve has built the chicken pen. So he has a frame and then he's been putting the famous chicken wire on top. So he's done more or less all of the frame, but he still has the door to do. So he's going to speak a little bit about what he's doing and how he's doing it. Morning, Steve.
Hi, good morning everyone. Yeah, it's been a few days. We've been busy doing other things and the rain halted procedures as well, but there wasn't a lot to do. I've got a little piece of patching to do through the centre where the two sheets didn't quite meet properly, and I've put a strip through there. That's half wired in and just got the door to do. I've decided to use some stronger mesh on there that I bought for the job, and yeah, it's the process of wiring it. Unfortunately, I have quite a bit of experience in fencing, and particularly in chain link fencing in that area, so I understand the processes that are required where some may not. Sorry about the tractor.
Yeah.
It's about the only traffic we get through here. But
Yep, and there he is.
it happens to be right now.
Yeah, just
So yeah, just do a simple, what we call a pigtail around to start it off, and then I like to work in short lengths, probably 6 foot long.
So what's a
wire.
pigtail? Hang a minute for
It's
those.
the little pigtail that you just wire through.
So you get one wire and you wrap the other wire
Just
around
wrap
it.
around itself, yeah. You can use that in a number of ways, but we might come to that in this process. So all I want to do really is just get this going, and I started that wrong because I wanted to go through that. What I wanted to do is put that on the inside, the pigtail. So there you go. It's all genuine, it's not planned. It's just me being me and doing what I need to do. So to get that out of the sight, you don't want it in the front, so yeah, pull it in round. Sorry for being
I don't know
in your way.
which side is probably better to film it.
Yeah, well, that side.
This side?
Yeah. Don't worry about the little pieces that don't quite go in flush, because we tidy all that up afterwards. So once I've got started, what I like to do is to pick the one that's naturally in place, and then find one on the other side that is also naturally in place to create a decent hold on the mesh. Now when you get to this stage, yeah, you can lock that wire in if you so choose. You can just go round if you want. I choose to lock them in, and you'll see why. That pulls it all in nice and tight.
It's almost like doing a blanket stitch for those who know how to sew.
Yeah, and that's basically how I approach this, and then I continue that pattern all the way down. I've done this length of wire deliberately short so that it doesn't get too confusing, and then I can show you a joining knot.
I'm going to go around the other side quickly just so you can see around the other way what's happening and how it looks like.
When you pull them, if you keep them all in a nice row, it looks nice and neat and looks like you know what you're doing. So yeah, using that same one, you can see where it matches on the mesh, and then go round, and I'm picking that one there because that pulls it nice and tight. The rest of it don't worry about for the moment, and then just pull that through, and then you have a situation where you can just get it nice and tight and put it to where you want it to be. When we come to this, that's a bit more problematic. So this mechanism has to raise up and down, so I'm going to cut this piece out. If you can see the pattern that emerges, but I want this to go up, so I'm going to take it up to here. It's not that critical because I can easily cut a bit more off, but don't cut too much off. So what I'm going to do is just snip through these they're all on the same plane, if you like. And if it wants a little bit more, then I'll take a bit more off.
And he's also found this morning as well that we realised that this can't fully go down, so he's got to do the same thing on this side as well.
Yeah, exactly what I was going to say. So, yeah, I think that one will be okay. If not, I can cut a bit more off. So, a little tip for you: these are a pair of pincers that I use for fencing a lot, but you'll note the bright yellow, green, whatever paint on it. If you drop those on the floor without the paint on them, you would never find them again.
Oh, hang on a minute, I've got these trenches being a little bit of a bully again.
Yeah.
Got a bit of a problem with her at the minute.
She has got a bit of a problem, that girl. But yeah, so there you go. So we'll see how we approach this. And most of the stuff I do is kind of ad hoc, because you can never plan for these things, so you have to approach it, and it's from a new perspective every time. And yeah, the experience, what can I say, you need experience in whatever you do, don't you? So, but you have to get it somehow. So doing is better than watching. But if you do watch, then you learn, so that's all good. Right, what I'll do is I'll take that off here. As I say, you can always take more off, but you can't put it back on. So yeah, I'll just trim that in afterwards. I'll carry on down, and then we'll see where we're at. So I've come as far as I can now. What I might do is pull that one in. No, because that's going to interfere with that. I'm going to have to take a bit more out, as you can see. So then, what I could do is yeah, because this is all going to be a bit awkward here. So you haven't come on a selected bit that's going to be easy, as you can see. So it's going to be awkward. So I'm going to have to take a bit more out there because of this mechanism that has to work, obviously. But as I say, it's better to
Little by little.
little bit by little bit, and then yeah. Now this could be a bit of a problem, but I might be able to get away with that a little bit by stretching the wire over.
Cutting through one of the,
It doesn't look like I can.
Make the hole bigger.
Yeah.
By cutting within it. Or...
Yeah.
Difficult, is it? The day we want to do a nice little video, we have the farmers cutting the grass, but hey ho.
Yeah.
The joy of living in the countryside.
Yeah. There are lots of benefits, and there's only a couple of drawbacks, so that can't be bad.
No.
Right, so just snip that. That can go over there, and that can sit in. So that's kind of nice and neat. So
wonderful.
I can't afford to interfere with this. All it does is it drops over there, and that's a bit compromised because of this. So I'll have to cut a little piece of this out so that it works properly. But as you can see, this one here, and that one are the ones that I'll use to pinch it all in together. So it's that one and that one. Now I could go around the whole lot, which I may well do, and then it tidies it all up in one go. So then.
Yes.
So then. Right. What I'll do is I'll come in through the very last one just to pinch it all in. Now I'll come in through that one. Drop it down a little bit. Through the middle, and then and one of the reasons that you stick to rigidly, and I mean rigidly, to the pattern of the mesh, so you've got it all square. It's very simple. And I've kind of measured it so it will do the same on both sides. If you can maintain the integrity of this outside wire, that helps a lot, but that's not always possible, and you just have to improvise. That's the name of this game, improvisation. So yeah, it's that one. So you just carry on. What I do now is I'll cut this process a little bit short. No, I'll do a couple more if we've got time. Have we got time, Danny?
We've got a little bit, yeah, a couple of minutes.
Okay, well now we'll overcome that little problem. This should only take but a few seconds. And if you can, just to help it, just push the wiring round so it settles it all in. But you can see how that's going to go. That's the point. What I'll do is I'll cut this off and I'll show you how to join it. So you can carry on till you get to the end of the wire and just leave yourself an inch or so. I'll cut off another short section. So then, what's going to happen with this, you want it to go in round there. I'll probably cut that a little bit too short now, but that's okay. So put one over the other, put a little bend in it and put a little bend down. Then what you want to do is just wind one around on itself. See, you can probably do it a little bit longer than that if you want, but you need 2 or 3 turns really, ideally. But as this is not in a critical place, it will be on the inside anyway.
So basically you've hooked them both together, you've created a hook on each end, a hook together, and then wound the hooks around itself.
See, that can only tighten up on itself.
Yeah.
You know, all this, it just balls in like that. So
brilliant.
Right, okay, so where am I? Where's the next natural hole? There. And this one, sorry, just done this so you can see the process of joining away. You don't have to struggle with 20-foot long lengths of wire. You can just do this. Now that's going to sit there. What I've got to do is pass that through there, and that will be quite nice and
brilliant
and neat. Hopefully, he says.
This looks very easy. That the hardest bit for, well, it's been a real pain because obviously sitting on the floor for long lengths of time to do this, but then the hardest bit has also been doing the roof.
So you can just show where that's gone now. So what it's done, it's pulled it into there. That's nice. It's out of the way. It's not going to be interfering with anything. Yeah. So sorry.
Just there.
Yeah. That's it.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, it's a tedious job. It's boring, if I'm honest, and it's a little bit intricate. It's all this weaving. It really does take a time.
Yeah.
I think I've been on this about 3 full days.
Labour of love.
Ridiculous. Yeah. But yeah, we've had a lot of other things to do. So, hey ho, labour of love, as Nikki says. And yeah, love and light to you all. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Steve.
See you next time.
So here we have where he's overlapped as well. So he's had, you know, a couple of inches to overlap one panel onto another. Then obviously the same again here with an overlap. And then this end is left empty because this is where we'll be putting the chicken coop, so the house for the chickens. We'll cover this complete end, so it's going to be a big chicken coop. So a lovely little house for our chickens. And then of course what we will be doing as well is creating a barrier deep within the soil so that any foxes etc won't be able to bury into the pen, and that'll be on we'll do a different video for that as well, because that'll be dug into the ground. And there we have it. So thank you very much for being with us in the woodland, and I hope that technique helps anyone who's wanting to do fencing. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you want any more updates, and it's bye for now from the woodland.